I'll be listening in.
Alright, fingers and toes crossed this works properly. Now minimize and don't eat my CPU. Okay, so last week we were in Cordellica. Boom. You had come home to much fanfare. Immediately upon returning home, the town crier was shot not 30 feet from you by an arrow from the rooftops behind you. Sal and Avin pursued. Sal teleported to try and get up close enough to cast a spell, which he did cast, but it did not successfully hold, and that will be your first clue. Since he is not here, he would tell you that that means whoever casts this is intelligent, and Avin, no, we cannot hear you.
Never mind. It's good.
Yeah, now.
I was trying to whisper.
Let me turn you down just a little bit. So, the weather seems clear except for the now downpour of rain, but upon further investigation, the rain is not water, it is actually blood. But the sky is clear. And that's where we're going to start. There's chaos and pandemonium going on in the square. People are running, taking cover. They're not sure what's going on. They're running in multiple directions. And town guards are trying to fight their way in to investigate. What would you like to do? Yes, Avin?
Am I making any progress in my pursuit?
The pursuit they took off, they are on the rooftop. So
Okay, so suffice to say that
30
I'm not
feet
going
up.
to catch up this guy.
Probably not. And considering the buildings are shaped into U, by the time you ran around to the back, they would have escaped.
Okay.
But you will get from Sal's attempted spell that they took off in this direction. I am learning the new thing. So they were running this way. Do you see that arrow?
Yeah.
Okay. That's the direction that they took off in.
Understanding that I'm probably not going to catch up to him since he's on rooftop and I'm on the ground. I got to go around all these buildings. Can I have a look around for clues at the crime scene here where the guy fired or shot from?
Absolutely. You can climb up to the roof with an athletics check if you'd like.
Of course.
Okay, looking for DC 15. Shouldn't be too difficult for you.
Oh my god. Hold on. Let me reset everything. Remember, get back to me.
Oh,
Remember when I
your
was putting around?
stats. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Figure that out. Okay. Bryn, are you with us?
Yeah.
Okay. Um, you saw the arrow fly from the rooftop, and you'd actually probably be closer over to here. I just kind of dropped you off randomly. You can put yourself wherever you want within that red square.
Okay.
The town crier was shot here on this stage. Okay. Make me an investigation check if you'd like. You come up to the man. He is town crier. He is definitely dead. One well-placed shot right in the heart. I'll give you that whoever fired this was a pretty solid archer. And this arrow looks familiar to you. It is of gnomish make.
Oh, man.
Although that could mean anything because your family provides numbers of services to a number of people.
Yeah.
You're also not the only gnomes in the city.
Yeah.
The Bridgertons are gnomes. Yes, I'm stealing names from the Bridgerton series because I've watched it like twice with Michelle now, and I'm bad at names.
Can I take the arrow?
Mm-hmm. Make me a survival check to remove it without breaking.
Okay. Ah, crap.
Oof. Yeah, the head's gonna snap off. It obviously caught in the ribs, but it is before it's drenched with the pouring blood rain. It is of a silver color. This is a well-made arrow. Um, one of your more expensive.
Hmm. All right, I'm gonna hold on to this.
Okay. About this time, the town guards are going to come over to investigate. Oi, what are you doing there?
Is he talking to me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing some investigating, officers.
And who might you be to be doing our jobs?
I didn't mean anything by it. I just happened to be close by.
What's your name?
Brent,
Brent. Of the Mateo family.
that is correct.
Also, serious apologies, and they drop to a knee because they might have just insulted nobility, which is a crime. We meant no offense. We did not know. Just there was a commotion, and well, first on the scenes, obviously a suspect.
Listen, there's no need to kneel. I know you were just trying to do your jobs. But I find that
Oh, you're cutting out there.
I was saying that I find it best to find whoever this poor person's family is and to inform them that they have passed.
We'll get on that shortly. What can you tell us from what you've found so far? And they're going to start investigating the scene as well.
Well,
Dice
okay.
rollers down here. Let's roll 2 because there's 2 of them. What do we got here? We got an 8 and a 16. So, yeah. Do you hand him the arrow?
Yes.
Okay. Upon investigating it, he's like, this is high quality. This usually only nobility would use an arrow this expensive, but that's all I can get from this.
It's also of gnomish.
Hmm. We're gonna have to report this. I'm gonna continue to investigate. Please keep doing whatever you're doing and report this to the higher ups here shortly. And we're gonna cut to Avin real quick because I think he got his shit straightened out. Okay, so Avin, with a 13, it's gonna take you a little longer than you thought because while you're climbing, you try to put your foot on an overhang for support, and it gives. But with a 13, you're gonna catch yourself. And the turn after that, you'll be able to catch up. The assassin is no longer in sight, but what you find is a single dirty blonde hair.
Is it curly or straight?
Uh, Wavy.
Maybe. Okay. I will keep it with me.
Okay. As you pick it up and try to put it away, it
Wait a minute.
melts in your hand.
Yikes. Okay.
Interesting.
Then I'll just take a mental note of the curly hair, or not the curly hair, the wavy blonde hair. And I'll stick around on the rooftop to look for anything else whenever I have time to do it.
Okay. Sal is gonna make a check, and you can make an Arcana check if you'd like as well. Salvatore, ooh, Salvatore. Boom, ba-doom, boom, boom. All right. Level the spell. Yeah, I'd say this, considering the hair melt, Sal pipes up as he's levitated his way onto the roof with you. I'll move you both up here. Um, that's quite interesting. That might be from a simulacrum spell.
Oh no.
Powerful illusion that creates a pile of snow and brings it basically to life under the guise of the caster. High-level stuff, if you ask me. Say probably maybe a 5th level spell, if you'd have to classify it like that. Um, Garuk, what do you want to do?
Ooh, you know what? I would like to. You know what? I want to roll for perception. Seeing as this crime was committed in an open space, I want to scan the crowd to see if there's anyone that looks like they might be uneasy.
Okay. You do find one person that amidst the people running from the crowd kind of splitting and going in multiple directions, this person seems to be sitting or standing not still, but like looking back and forth at the guards and like the people fleeing and you and Bryn and the guards and the rooftop.
I would like to approach this man, but not directly. More. Ooh. I would like to see if I can sneak up on him. Does it look? Is he speaking with anyone, or is he just observing?
Just observing seems like they don't know what to do right now, so you can go ahead and make a stealth check. I'll give it to you with advantage in the pandemonium.
All right.
Call one crack, boys. Confirmed.
Let's see. Advantage. Said perception, or what was it? Perception?
Stealth with advantage.
Stealth. Hey.
Commoner, they're not going to be very perceptive. Fortunately, you get it by 1.
All right.
So, yeah, you sneak up behind this person. You're standing behind them. They haven't noticed you yet.
Is he saying anything? Is just standing there silent?
Sitting there silent, looking like they're not sure what to do.
Ooh. And you said he's a commoner, so I should have some kind of advantage here. Ooh. Fuck it. All right. Can I roll advantage with sleight of hand?
Sure. You got the stealth check on him. What are you trying to do?
I want to pickpocket him.
Nat 20.
See if he's got anything on him.
Okay.
That may be of interest.
I'd say, yeah, you pick 3 silver and a scrolled up note.
Silver note. So, you know what? I'm going to find a seat near me, sit down, and walk away inconspicuously like nothing ever happened. And I want to read that note.
Okay. I'm going to move you over to the corner of this thing.
Corner of what?
There you go.
There I go.
Yep, I'm just going to move you over there. When you read the note, it's hastily scrawled, and it says, to avoid the house, I need to just verify what I named this area, because I'm bad at names. Avoid Ash Round at night, because one of the houses appears to be haunted. And people have gone missing.
Interesting. Okay, well,
I'm going to cut away from you for a hot second, cut back to the commoner. At that point in time, they're actually going to approach Bryn and the other guards. Like, excuse me, I think I saw someone on the roof shoot the bow, and it looked really fancy.
That's correct, ma'am. Or, sir, is it a...
It's a young lady.
Okay.
Ah.
Did you notice anything strange or off about them? Besides being
Give
a murderer?
give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Ah,
Nice. At that with a nat 20, Bryn. Um, hold on just one second. Sorry, the lady needed to confer with me for a moment. But with a nat 20, you will, they will basically start spilling the beans. I was watching the roof because I was admiring the architecture, and they ramble on for a little bit, but when they get to the good bits, they note that the assassin wasn't very tall, and the bow they were using was of fine make.
okay. Brent, like an effort to kind of calm her down since you seemed a bit. And said, "This was-
You're breaking up. You were gonna try and calm her
oh,
down?
yeah, she clasped both of her hands in her own and said,
And says, and then silence. Bryn?
Mary, maybe switch to push to talk. That may make it easier because I
Yeah.
encountered something similar.
Well, we're going to cut to Abin for a hot minute.
Mary, if you're talking, we're not hearing
Oh!
you. Oh, there
She's
you go.
yep, she's probably reconnecting.
passed away.
I
Okay.
can't believe it.
I'm
You
sorry?
said, uh, you said, I say, and then there was silence for a long break.
Yeah, Bryn would say, thank you for telling us. This was very helpful information.
Thank you. Well, you have a nice day. And she's going to skedaddle out of there now. Bryn, go ahead and make me a history check. I'm going to have Lipton roll one as well because he would be familiar with the noble houses here. Actually, I'm just going to give you advantage because he's going to give you the help action. So, fuck, you might not even need it. But roll history again. See if you got anything better.
Okay.
Bryn. Not quite, but still, 25 is pretty good. You know with a 25 history check that there are probably 4 houses that could fit these descriptions out of the 10 here. There is your own. There are the Bridgertons, the Featheringtons, and the Danburys. The Danburys are led by one matron, and has a young son. There is the Featheringtons, which have 3 daughters, a lord and a lady.
Can
And
you repeat that part? I'm sorry.
sure thing. What do you need?
Uh, what was the first one you mentioned?
The Danburys,
Okay. And what about...
led by a matron. They have one young son.
Okay.
You have the Featheringtons.
All right.
They have a lord, lady, and 3 daughters.
Gotcha.
You have your own family.
The Mateos.
Hmm. And then you also have the Bridgertons, which have 2 sons, 2 daughters, and a lady. The lord has recently passed.
Right. Okay. So,
Okay.
yeah. Sorry, I need to charge my phone for a bit. I'm just getting the charger.
No, you're fine. We're gonna go to Abin for a hot minute.
All right.
And you can
Shark
see,
bait. Hoo-ha-ha.
you can say with relative ease that there is a track of snowy footprints. If you'd like to try to track them, you can make me a survival check.
I would, but first I have it listed here. I don't remember exactly where it came from, but I have the ability to cast Detect Magic once a long rest at will.
Okay. Your
I
camera
would
just
like
died.
to. Your camera just died.
You need to reconnect.
I'll
But
do that.
and
But
yeah,
first,
you were saying.
Detect Magic. I want to see if there's any residualness
Sure.
in this area.
Yeah.
Look at
Besides the blood rain, which is coming down from a clear sky, you see snowy footprints. With Detect Magic, you do get some illusion magic and some, I want to say, abjuration. With upon a little bit of time spent, you can determine that as the spell Guidance. But the illusion magic is um, too faded for you to tell.
And you said for tracking these footprints was
Survival
a
check.
survival. Boy, oh boy. Wish me luck.
Yeah, they fade away too quickly in the blood rain. You know that they head the direction I pointed, and then it's too, well, gory, really, to track further.
But I understand the general direction he was going in still.
Yes. A short while later, is there any more investigating you'd like to do in this area? Garuk
That's
found a
about as far
note.
as I
You
can go.
found spells. You found a fancy gnomish arrow. And an eyewitness account of a small assassin wielding a fancy bow.
I would like to ask about the size of the footprints
Okay. Um,
that I saw before they faded away.
they were the size of a smaller or medium creature. That's what you get with a 6.
Fair.
Yeah, sorry. Smaller than your feet. I'll give you that.
Fits. All
So,
right.
oh, and then you had the melting hair. That's right. Short. So, is there any more investigating anyone would like to do in this area?
Nope.
Okay. Then you all gather together briefly to share your findings before the guards approach you and say that the king has requested an audience with you.
I will start off by just looking around at everybody's feet,
Make me a perception check.
including my own parties.
look at those toes.
Man, there are so many feet here. You might have a foot fetish if you keep doing this. One might develop.
I'm just scooting up close to them, putting my foot next to theirs. I'm like, Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Mr.
roll.
Owl, how much does it take to get to the center of your tootsies?
Jesus Christ.
Mary.
That one's going in the pickup line book. I don't remember that. But if the king has requested your presence. And roll for sexual tension. Staring at the feet.
It's D100 or 20.
Give me a 20. You are so not into feet. You thought it was sexual tension. You're just hungry.
Gotcha. That tracks. I'll pull out a rash and start munching as I'm looking around.
Okay. So one of the guards approach and says that the king has requested your presence. This is about an hour after all the commotion has gone over.
Maybe it's for the best that you rolled in that one. I don't think it'd be appropriate to have a 10 hit right in front of the king.
I'm looking at the king's feet, just like, yeah.
Oh my god. Alright, so let me zoom out this map and pull you all to the Citadel. Uh-huh.
This is even better than I was expecting. Foot fetishes, mystery, murder. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ghost Rock just had an orgasm.
Yeah, it was kind of scary.
Swoop. We'll move you all over here for now. So you enter into a large chamber. The king sits on a throne at the far end. He is in a fine robe of purple. The throne is golden. There are various nautical themed murals and ornate carvings throughout the hall, symbolizing, they're just Aryan, symbolizing his connection to the Gilded Armada, the crown jewel of the Cordellican Navy. It is what gave them the power to cross the Great Divide and make deals with dwarves, which has incredibly increased their commerce. Asterion, if you're talking, you're muted.
Don't forget your tamale.
Your extra dimensional tamale, that's right. Sal's typing.
Oh yeah, that's right. It looks like he can't talk, only
Okay.
listen and type. Is what he said on his previous messages that I read.
Okay, so Avin, do you want to give him a brief rundown of what we've discovered so far before this meeting with the king?
Sure thing. Mr. Sal can hear me, correct? So far we have done some looking into things. Bryn found a bow on the arrow of gnomish make, very fancy. We understand that the murderer may have a high intelligence mod. He dispelled the magic that Sal cast at him at the end of the last episode. On the rooftop from which the arrow was fired, Abin found a wavy blonde hair that melted away on contact as Abin found it. Sal assessed that it may have been a simulacrum spell. Garok found a note reading to avoid the ash round at night. One of the houses is haunted and people have gone missing in the area. A commoner girl that Bryn talked to described the assassin as a not very tall person. They had a bow, a fine make. There was some information that I missed there that Bryn got.
Yeah, the arrow was a gnomish.
Yeah, gnomish make. Also with the bow. But there was some other information that I missed there too, Bryn.
I mean, the footprints led away.
before
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. There
Well,
was a
anyway.
note. Fine. But yeah, so that's basically the clues you have so far. Then you have the 4 families that could be involved: the Danburys, the
That's what I meant.
Bridgertons, the Featheringtons, and the Mateo house.
Yeah, my family.
Danbury's.
A town crier was killed. He was speaking out against the recent proclamations of slavery and against that, and saying that the king might either be trafficking with dark forces or be under duress. And Thwip, eat the rich. So, back to the throne room. There's a lot of gold and a lot of nautical symbols and whatnot here. There is an empty throne to the right of the king. And once you enter, he tells all of his soldiers to leave. So it is just you and the king now.
Happens looking at his feet.
Roll for sexual tension.
Nat 20. He's attracted to the king's feet.
That is the last time I have to ask. You are definitely not in defeat.
Thank goodness.
But no, the king tells you, I don't know who to trust. The prince has been kidnapped, and one of the assailants might be within my own guards. I can't. They have left demands for me that's saying that if I do not follow them, they will kill my son. And his feet are smaller than yours, Avin.
Alright.
Everyone can make perception checks.
Okay.
Sal, can you roll a perception check from your phone? Or whatever you're doing? Okay. None one. Yep, let's try that one again. None of you see anything. Everything seems alright. There is no movement, but the king seems concerned.
Okay.
King's hair color is gray. He's a robust man. I'll get to you in just a minute, Sal. He is a robust man who has seen his fair share of combat and time at sea, but now in his old age, it seems that his weathering has caught up with him. He seems frail and tired. With detect thoughts, you get that he is concerned about his son. He's concerned that there's someone invisible here. He's concerned that they're going to kill his kid. He's concerned that they're killing town criers. He is upset about the slavery thing. He doesn't know there's been an increased amount of missing people. There's a lot going on right now, and he doesn't seem to have the power to stop any of it. He does have the letter that was left in his bedchambers from the people who kidnapped his son. He has it with him. I'm going to cast Detect Magic. There is no one invisible now, but you do feel traces of residual illusion magic of a level that could have been invisibility. So there might have been either an invisible stalker or some form of invisible spell cast, but there's no one here now. The room is otherwise clean.
Okay.
He shows you the note, and it is sealed with a symbol that you recognize. It is a creature with long talons and long legs and sharp talons, a long snake-like tail, 2 wings, a feathered body, a clawed beak, and fiery eyes. It is sealed with the symbol of the... Anyone?
House Guthroll!
Nope.
Seven
Cockatrice.
sisters.
Nope. Cockatrice. In black wax.
Hooray! Snake chicken.
They're the ones that insisted I begin this whole slave trade things. And there has been increased movement of ships out of Mount Mend. I am concerned that they're actually shipping slaves or the missing people somewhere else. But that's just a theory.
Game theory!
Thanks for watching. You okay, Fuzzy?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just seeing if anyone has anything to say.
So this is an out of character question.
Okay.
So they convinced him to go through with this slave trade thing?
Yes, because they've kidnapped his son, the prince, his only heir. And he's also afraid that if his heir is missing, it could create a civil war over succession.
So Bryn speaks up. Do you have any clue as to where they could have taken him?
If I did, I would have brought the full force of the military down upon it.
So,
Anything on the letter that might seem like suspicious? Like besides any of the writing?
Actually, yes. With Sal's Detect Magic, considering it's a concentration that lasts up to 10 minutes, this could actually has magic that, I don't know how else to describe it, but it's the opposite end of a scry spell. So people are using it as a way to look in on people, potentially. And with that information, everyone can make a perception check with advantage.
Gotcha.
So it's a bug letter, essentially? Like, that's acting like a bug?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Wait, is
Can I
it like a
make that with
scrying
advantage?
orb, except it's a letter, essentially?
Not 20, baby.
It's basically an anchor for for someone to scry on.
Oh.
And because normally you have to have specific knowledge of a person, to like very detailed information on a person, to be familiar with them in order to scry on them. But in this particular case, they're scrying on the letter, which would avoid people's like enchantments to prevent that. Because like a ring of mind shielding or whatever it's called that prevents people from scrying on you would not even if you have it equipped, it would not protect your equipment. It would protect you.
So,
But if someone targeted
like,
something else that they were familiar with, like if they made your weapon, they could scry on the weapon and it would bypass your anti-scrying magic.
yeah, because I was going to say, Nock has, like, that rune on him, so if he had this letter, it would still affect him, because they're familiar with the letter, not with Nock, is basically what
Correct.
you're saying, right?
Correct.
Oh. Remember, kids, NordVPN. Nock provides it in the form of runes.
Okay, Sal's typing. I was going to say, is anyone going to bring this up, or are we just going to leave the bug on?
No. Well, should Sal be the one? He's the one that can detect it.
Sal was the one. Which makes it a little difficult considering he can't talk. Which, hello to the little one, by the way.
Can we just imply the rest of the party?
Probably. I know he can communicate with people telepathically, so... You cannot respond to this message, is his sign-off.
Okay.
It's a bug!
One of our party members let us know that apparently you are being watched through this letter.
The color that was on his face drains. Then you're all in danger. And I am sorry I've brought this upon you.
We're used to danger. I think we can handle it.
That's why I summoned you here. I fear that these events are all related. To try to sow panic and discord within the city. To topple my rule. I know you have defeated dragons from tales of Sir Dragos and wandering merchants. I know your honor is of the highest caliber. So I task this with you. Please, save my son.
We'll definitely give it our best.
For the duration of your investigation, I shall name you all High Inquisitors, which should grant you access to even the most frustrating of nobility, and should give you access to any part of the city without question.
Spanish Inquisition didn't see it coming.
No one ever suspects the Spanish Inquisition.
Guys, you're Inquisitors. Burn the heretics.
Let's put them in a pit in a pan.
I'm sorry, Mary. You said something? Say that one more time. You cut out. I want to hear this idea.
Give them the pit and the pendulum.
I dig it.
That's the spirit, Mary. Well, I'll teach you medieval torture strategies later. Nox says through the sending stone.
On a related note, God, I wish I could get just a session on the rack. Something to stretch out my back. Just a light torture.
Fuzzy, have you ever heard of strappado?
I have not.
It's where they hung you up by your elbows, so until you started bleeding from them, and they tortured the Templar Knights into confessing to false heresies. The Catholic during the Crusades, King Louis did that because he didn't want to pay the debt back to the Templar Knights.
Yep.
Have you ever heard of the boat torture method?
When someone gets keelhauled?
It's basically they'll put you in a boat and then tie another boat on top of the boat. Then they'll feed you milk and honey. And
oh no.
There, just stewing in your own shit and stuff, letting bugs infest you until you eventually die from sepsis.
Huh.
That's
hey,
pleasant.
Mary, speaking of torture methods, have you ever heard of the Swedish drink?
No.
Sounds delicious.
So basically, during the 30 Years' War, Swedish soldiers, when they were raiding and pillaging because they didn't get paid, they had to raid and stuff. They would feed you a mixture cocktail of their feces and urine and force you to drink it until your stomach bloated up. And if you still didn't tell them, they jump or run horses over your stomach and make you vomit it up before doing it again and again.
That's nice.
Trust me, Fuzzy, you'd be surprised to learn how much we learn about torture methods just on the possibility we have to use it. At
Moving
least for
on.
me.
All right, shall we continue?
Yes, we shall. The king asks you, almost tears in his eyes, please, save my son. He pulls a cord, rings a bell, and the guards come back in. And destroy that letter.
Oh, who has the letter?
It is presently under a serving tray.
Oh. Does anyone want to set it on fire?
You can throw it in the fire in this room if you want.
Sure. Brent takes it and just throws whatever fire there is in this room.
Okay. Everyone make a con save.
Oh. What'd I do? Oh, I forgot to take it off advantage.
Oh, you're fine. We'll just take the first one.
Alright.
Please roll high. Okay. I need one from Sal and Garuk.
Oh, you already got mine.
Oh, I got one from... Yep, not Garuk, Lipton. Sorry. I just have his sheet up. And, nope. Small make. Close, because Sal's here. Big make. What am I doing? Con save.
Yeah.
Everyone within 30 feet gets whatever... or 10 feet gets...
Well, I'm hoping he'll go back to bed.
Abin's charisma modifier, because he's a paladin. So everyone, including the king, is going to make their save. As you burn the letter, a noxious poison is released into the air. Everyone's going to take 1 level of exhaustion, even with passing.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, we
Okay,
can.
sorry for hearing. I don't breathe, so.
You're fine. That's true, you
Also,
don't.
if I have to step away temporarily, I apologize. The little guy, he wasn't fully asleep when I left the room, so he saw me leave. I was hoping he would just fall asleep, but
We'll see how that goes.
I'm going to see if he can cry it out and put himself back to bed. He's been good about that in the past.
Okay.
Luckily, Catherine can't really pick him up and put him on her lap at the moment, but if it's just a matter of putting him in bed and sitting near him, maybe? I mean, like, on the chair. No? I can go back in. I can go back in. It's okay. Yeah, sorry guys. But we're good. I'm going to give him a minute or two and see what happens.
Okay.
Thank you for your patience and understanding here. It's just been a weird week.
It's all good, buddy.
Okay, so it's okay, love. Okay, so going back to letter got burned. We did establish, so we decided we were going to burn the letter, get rid of the
bug,
the scrying.
Yep. And that's what released the poison.
Okay,
Yeah.
and let me just see here. Can I dispel magic?
It's not magical poison.
Oh, okay.
It's just good old-fashioned poison. It's actually in the wax, so when you burn the wax, poison.
So you said we get 1 level of exhaustion.
Yes, everyone's going to take 1 level of exhaustion with a pass. Except for Sal, because he doesn't breathe.
Okay. How do we apply? Oh, got it. Okay.
Yep, level of exhaustion. Disadvantage on all your ability checks. A couple of the guards are going to pass out, but most of them are going to be okay. They're immediately going to rush the king. They're going to draw swords on you, but he's going to tell them, He's going to wave his hands like, no, it's fine. They're not responsible. This was an assassination attempt, and not by them.
Is the king okay?
The king's fine. He's the one who waved his hand. He was close to you, so he got the +5 or whatever from
Guidance.
from being close to
Okay.
Avon or Lipton. They're both pallies. So everyone passed, fortunately. Otherwise, you would have taken 3 levels of exhaustion and gone to sleep.
Can I use? Is there a window nearby?
Yes, the guards are cracking them right now.
I don't suppose prestidigitation can like make like a gentle gust of breeze to like kind of help it.
Actually, yes, it can.
Okay, we'll do that. I have prestidigitation and thaumaturgy. I was trying to decide which one would be most effective for that.
Yeah, prestidigitation will work here.
I can use the thaumaturgy to like open all the windows, slam the windows all open at once.
That's true.
A little bit of everything.
There you go.
Okay. Alright, let me just bring it back, roll 20. I'm going to bring roll 20 back up on my phone, and I'm going to try. I'm going to have to go back in for a moment.
Yeah, no problem.
So, like I said, I'll just continue to text you guys. I do apologize, but I will be out. I won't be out before too long. I just kind of tried to cut it short, and that was my downfall.
No problem.
Okay.
Since Avon is also gone, and we're going to move away from here, let's just take like a quick 5-10 minute break. Use the bathroom.
Hey guys, I just want to say, remember, you guys have a sending stone, and 2 of us are here.
Also, this isn't our session to play in, so let's let
I
them
know.
do their thing.
No, the sitting stones are a way for you guys to basically be kept in for a mechanical way for you guys to be able to sit in on the sessions and chat.
Oh, is the Syrian still here?
No, he went to put down his kid again.
The baby.
Okay.
You good?
bud?
I've had this for a while. It's nothing new.
It's all that Mountain Dew.
Super COVID.
I haven't had Mountain Dew for a while, actually. It's just a cough. Something's been going around work, because I'm not the only one running around with something like this.
Yeah, so I had to go make my lunch for work tomorrow, so I'm pretty sure I missed out on a lot of that important shit that just happened.
Yeah.
I believe I left when the king was like, "Oh, I'm being blackmailed. My son, they're going to kill him," and then I had to leave. And then I got back when you all took a level of exhaustion.
So when my granny had called me earlier, so it was about there's a lady, her name was Miss Jocelyn. She was a really nice lady who used to come into our store all the time. She was just so nice to everybody, and she had just passed away.
Oh. Oh, that reminds me of this woman at the liquor store over here. Like she stopped working there because the place got bought out, so she moved to a new place with her husband, but then they wanted her back because she was just a great person, and they needed some extra hands. So one day she was feeling really bad, so she decided to go to the hospital, and apparently she went to the hospital and she like died, like almost like real quick right after that.
That That's
Yeah, I mean, apparently it's was like some intestinal issue.
Ooh.
for us. It wasn't really that unexpected. She had been feeling bad for a while now,
Mm.
and it seemed like she was recovering, but then I guess things just didn't go that way.
Yeah, that stuff happens and it sucks.
Yeah. And she went to school with my granny as well.
Mm.
And what's weird is that she's younger than my granny, but my granny is still around. But you know, age doesn't really play any part.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever eaten frozen honey before?
Can't say I have.
No.
I've never had real honey before.
Oh, you're missing out, bud.
Yeah, I know. But that's not going to change now.
So now I'm curious, was the frozen honey like a summer thing or
Kind of. It's like, so when you freeze honey, it comes out kind of like a jelly almost.
Interesting.
It was trending on TikTok for a while.
I wonder if I have another jar of that stuff.
I know, what's his name? Helmac has a jar of mayo.
No, I can make mayo. I don't have it on me all the time.
I've wanted to try eating raw honeycomb.
Oh, that I've seen that stuff before, like online. That stuff is so satisfying just to squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
But have you tasted it before?
No. Have you?
Nope. Although there is a place a few years back when what was it? Joji was releasing his Nectar album. He was selling like merchandise and stuff. And there was a company that if you or that he was running a deal with, he was selling merch with his album or whatever, and if you bought merch, he would, they would send you a jar of honey. So I
Interesting.
bought like several pieces of merch, and I mean this is like grade A honey, like the good shit. They were in small jars too, and oh my god, dude, it was so sweet. And it's not like artificially sweet like the kind of stuff you buy at the grocery store. Oh man, it was something else.
Hey, do you want me to ruin your day?
Go for it.
So you know what honey is, right?
Ye-
It's bee spit. Bee
Yeah.
spit, bee puke, basically.
They'll take out they'll take like the nectar, then spit it out into the combs
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
there, and
Yeah,
that's
so they go to flowers, they suck it up into their mouths. I don't know if they swallow it or not. I think they do. Then they take it back to the hive and then they basically puke it out on the honeycomb.
their reserve food for when winter comes around.
Well, isn't honey made out of nectar and then some kind of sugar? So it's a little more complicated than that. But I mean, yeah, I get it. But
I mean, if
Don't
that's
care.
if that's gross to you, then you wouldn't want to eat eggs.
Yeah,
Well, no. Don't get me wrong. It's not gross to me.
Like
I just feel like it's an oversimplification of honey. Like I could have sworn there was something more to it, not just bee spit.
There was a time when I was like thinking to myself, are eggs just a chicken's period?
Good question.
I mean, yes, it actually is. Yes, that is the closest thing to it. Yes, it's an unfertilized chicken fetus.
So then, if you got a rooster and got that egg fertilized, then a chick would come out of it?
Yep.
There are some people who eat duck embryo, like fertilized duck embryo.
There's this French delicacy. Have you ever heard of foie gras?
Yes, I
Fatty duck liver, yeah.
Yep. So that actually is illegal in the United States. There used to be a factory where up in New Hampshire, or not New Hampshire, New York, where they would force feed ducks, and then they'd force feed them so that way their liver would become artificially fat, and then sell that as a delicacy. But then the U.S. outlawed that, so it's actually illegal in the U.S. I believe now.
Damn feds ruining all the fun.
Have you ever heard of ikizukuri before?
I have not.
Nope.
It is it's a Japanese thing. It's a live sushi. Basically eating the fish while it's still alive.
Huh.
Yummy.
Well, it's not technically still alive. It's just like really, really super fresh. Where
it's super fresh, so it's still spasming.
Yeah,
it's that.
Is that like the stuff that I've seen where like people are eating live, like the tentacles and shit, and they
like
pour
octopus
sauce over
that's
it?
still
Yeah.
wiggling.
Oh,
yes.
Well, hang on though. I thought that octopus is dead, and they put like a sauce on there, and then what happens is the chemical reaction within the sauce and the tentacles cause it to act like it's moving, but it's still dead.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is.
Oh, okay.
Still pretty like graphic.
Mary, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I've always wanted to try sea urchin.
Aren't
Which
they
is
poisonous?
Not the
puffer fishes. No, puffer fishes.
Yeah, so sea urchin apparently is really good, but so you basically crack it open and like you basically scoop out the inside and just directly eat it.
Yeah, the part of the sea that you eat are gonads.
Yeah, you basically eat the balls.
I think what's funny about sea urchins is like they've developed over time this like spiny, spines with like as a defense against anything, and then little sea otters will come along, get their favorite rock. Actually, sea otters do have a favorite rock that they'll keep in a small pouch, and then use it to crack open those sea urchins. The reason I know this is because I'm from Monterey Bay, California, and one of their things that they're famous for is their sea otters and the Monterey Bay Aquarium. I just love the little sea otters of Monterey Bay.
Hey,
I really do.
Hey,
even though sea otters are evil little bastards. So
I'm
are
sorry,
sea
Fuzzy,
otters.
what were you saying?
Sea otters are evil little bastards too.
Fuzzy, what would it cost to get a pet sea otter with its favorite rock in D&D?
No amount of money.
Shoot. I'm gonna have to go fishing for a sea otter. I want a sea otter just because I can have it. I should have become a druid, maybe.
Have you ever tried smelt before?
Nope.
Hold on.
Remember, Mary, you have a phone a friend for me and Arrow if you need us.
Oh, milt. Have you ever tried milt before?
No.
I think I know what you're talking about, but I kind of don't.
You didn't say MILF, you said melt.
I've had
Milk.
MILF before.
Yeah, plenty of times. I had some for breakfast this morning.
So I lost my virginity was to MILF.
But milk is like some people eat it and it's fish semen.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm good on reproductive bits. Not for me.
Huh?
I'm good on reproductive bits. Not really for
It's
me.
not. It's not even the bits. It's the fluid.
Close enough, man.
That's worse.
Yeah, no, that's like guilty by association.
There's only one form of reproductive bits or fluids that I'll get myself involved in.
Testify, brother. That big dick energy. Oh, wait. No, it's-
Yeah.
Gawk, gawk, bagawkin. All right. Now that everyone's back,
Giggity.
we can probably get back
All right,
into
be right
this.
back, guys.
Asterion, are you with us? I just don't see that you're muted. Still typing. Okay. So yeah, you've had your meeting with the king. He's asked you to save his son. You have a number of houses that you can visit for further clues. You know not to visit Ashround at night because people have been missing. Ashround, Lipton and Bryn would be familiar with this, is a part of town between kind of the poor area and the noble area, kind of like middling district.
Okay.
Upper middle class, no nobility. Sal asks if everyone wants to take a long rest to make the investigation rolls harder or easier. You could do that, but don't forget that that bug might have been active, so they might know that you're coming. You might not have you might not have a day.
Oh no, the consequences of my own actions. Whatever shall I do? What's it gonna be, Mystery Incorporated? I'm very curious.
What should we do?
Mr. E is calling for you. Also, brownie points if you remember Mr. E.
Please don't muddy down Mystery Incorporated with the stupid modern versions of it. Go back to the OG.
Mm-hmm. I refuse to accept the Velma series as canon in any way, shape,
No,
or form.
I'm not talking about the new one that they came out. The one where it's like with Crystal Cove and the one I don't remember which year it was. I'll find out for you. But it's not the latest one.
Because the Mystery Incorporated.
I like the horror-themed ones with Vincent Price. They were funny.
Anyway,
back to D&D. Where would you like to go? Your meeting with the king is concluded. He's asked you to save his son. You have a couple of houses to identify, or to investigate. Where would you like to go?
Cool.
Should we?
We heard should we, Dudebug, and that was it.
Should we like find some place for like lodging stuff first?
For what now first?
For lodging?
You can do that. Sal, your options are the Bridgertons, the Featheringtons, the Dansburys, and Mateo House. And for lodgings, you could always just crash at the Mateo estate. I mean, it's home. You have guest rooms.
Yeah, sleep on Mary's couch.
I mean, if y'all want.
Sounds good to me. But
But
most mysterious people do operate at night, don't they?
yeah.
You have been warned about one area at night in particular.
So should we take shifts and explore at night, or do we all just want to go pass out?
I feel like we should stick together as a group.
You broke up. I couldn't understand what you're saying.
I feel like we should stick together as a group.
Gotcha.
Okay. So with that, we'll go to the Mateo house. Which I need to zoom out to figure out where the fuck that is.
Mary, do you remember your way home?
That is going to be in Bread Village, the northern area over yonder. So let me move you.
Because Because he lives there. Oh, right.
Fuck, I have something stuck in my teeth. It's pissing me off. Yeah, so you enter the Mateo house. Abin, despite your impressive size, you don't have to duck, because it appears that most of the house is designed to accommodate both smaller folk and normal-sized people. There is a door within a door that is small-sized, and they very hobbit-like. So the smaller folk can use this smaller door, while the larger folk can use the larger one. The interior is full of large arches and angular designs on the wall, representing the house's affiliation with forging and metalwork. There are a few stately pieces of armor from previous generations that are hung on display in glass cases lining the walls. And there is a beautiful garden in the back. Upon entering, Bryn's mother is going to greet you all. She's going to be very excited that her daughter's home safe. The new Dragon Slayer. Yes, you have the arrow, Abin. She is going to greet you all very graciously. Bryn, she's going to lean in, give you a hug, and when she does, I need you to make me a perception check.
Okay.
Con safe to not be crushed to death by Mama Bear.
Hot damn, Bryn. With that, you hear her whisper in your ear, "Trust no one." Very briefly before she leans back out. Which, you know, your mother is not necessarily the caring type, so this is a little out of character for her.
Yeah, about that. And when Bryn, like, as the minute she walks into that house, she goes from usually her like confident stride almost to feeling a lot smaller, like eyes almost.
Okay. She'll escort you all to your rooms. You notice that none of your siblings are here, save for your youngest brother, who is playing in the garden. Everyone else seems to be gone. Your mother informs you that Silk is at her shop, and Gilda is out on assignment.
She nods and her face lights up.
You cut out again, sweetheart.
Oh, her face does light up a little bit when she sees her brother.
He recognizes you, and how old is he again? Is he talking yet?
No, not yet.
Okay, he just coos loudly at you and raises his arms up.
She picks him up and gives him a sweet.
He giggles gleefully and then once down as he chases a butterfly.
All right.
As you camp out at home, would you like to do anything while you're here besides just basically chill out until nighttime? I know you did need to investigate. You planned on investigating your family.
Yeah,
Or it's one of them that can be investigated, I should say.
she would like to talk privately with her mom.
Okay. She'll pull you into a small room, one of her study. She'll close the door and she'll cast a spell, Fairy Fire, and it lands across the room. You can make a dex save if you want to. Um, you can make a dex save if you want to try to avoid it, or you can just let it happen.
Yeah, she'll just let it happen.
Okay, you're cloaked with small, harmless green bouts of green fire. They fall seamlessly everywhere else in the room, so no one else is present here. Like, your brother's been threatened. I'm not sure by who. We just received this letter. And she'll produce a very similar looking letter with a very similar seal. I'm not sure who or how, but they got in here, and this was left on your brother's crib. They said that if we don't comply, then they'll take out my son. And as the future heir of this house, I will do anything to see him protected.
Yes, Mother. Is there anything you can do about it?
We also know that when we got this letter, your sister's bow went missing. We're having a reproduction made, but it hasn't been completed yet.
About that, Mother. There was a town crier that had gotten shot today. Um, there was an arrow with gnomish make that seemed something like what we would make.
Are you going to produce the arrow?
She gave it to the authorities, remember?
That's right.
Oh,
That worries me. That means maybe your sisters could be involved. Or at least one of them. I don't know.
Bryn opens her mouth to speak up, but then she quickly closes it, kind of afraid of speaking out against Gilda or Sylvia.
That's all I have to offer you. That's all I know. You're welcome to rest here tonight. Keep an eye
She
on your brother while you're here, please.
yes, ma'am. She gives her mother a small bow and leaves the room.
And Bryn, I'm proud of you.
She kind of tenses up and says, "Thank you, mother," and she leaves the room.
Make me a perception check, Avin. Disadvantage because of the door.
I get
Oh, because of your
perception,
shield.
so just
Just
straight.
straight roll.
Fuck. Well,
That's what you
then
get.
as the cadence of the conversation seems to be winding down, I will skedat back to the couch, kick my
Okay.
feet back up, getting mud everywhere.
Okay. It is a interesting couch and table, I should say, because there's two couches. One is normal sized, one is small sized. The table itself is split into two different levels. There's two sections that are higher, which would fit a normal sized guest, and the center section is divided smaller and extended farther out, so smaller guests can also have the same hospitality. And someone was asking about armor on the wall earlier, I think. I don't know if it was Sal or Avin. And thank you, Sal. You're a wonderful host. But yeah, the armor that's on display is of exceptional make, all of it.
I think he was actually asking if we had the arrow, and then if we wanted to see if they had anything, if they knew what the arrow was. But we.
Make me an investigation check while those two are talking. At least Sal can roll me one. Sal's going to be an old man and Snoop. Oh shit. Okay, what are you turning it into?
Dang.
Hot damn. Okay. Yeah, no, you're fine. You're fine. Were you not trying to cast polymorph? Okay. 26 investigation. You old man, Snoop. You notice that you find your way to both Silk and Gilda's room. Silk's is full of alchemy equipment and various scrolls, and looks almost like a library with a bed in it, more so than it does a bedroom. You notice a place on the wall where a bow should be hung that is empty, and a quiver that is missing 3 arrows. In Gilda's room, you find lots of gold. You find training equipment. And you also find a fire that has recently been extinguished. I mean, Delby is still slightly warm to the touch, so within the last couple of hours. With a 26 investigation inside that fire, the ones in the room with a 26, they do match, and with a 26 investigation, you also find a few scraps of paper in the fire. The scraps of paper don't really lead to much wording-wise. You get the word move. You get the word target, and then you get an address. Address is an ash round, or at least part of an address. Go ahead, Evan.
Can I take a minute to actually get up off the couch, and I want to look around at like family portraits and otherwise to see if I notice any depictions of smaller people that meet the rough description of what we had found so far. Blonde hair, shorter, smaller feet than me.
It could be either one of Bryn's sisters or her mother, for that matter. You see a jovial man in the portrait as well. The only one that seems to be playing on a lute in the family portrait. The only one that seems to be having a good time.
And do I recognize that?
Recognize what?
The person who this seems
That would be Bryn's father.
okay. I'm not casting mending. I was just showing that I had it.
The other part of the arrow is currently lodged in a corpse, and the arrow has been given to the guards, so unfortunately cannot be mended. I really didn't expect you to come here first. There's clues here. Okay. Okay, it's not going to undo most of the fire damage, but it will complete the address for Ash Round, and you will get move the target. And that's all you get from the Peacekeepers. Move the target, and you get an address in Ash Round.
And whose room was this in?
Gilda's.
Which is one of the sisters.
Correct.
With Sal showing us that paper and me doing my best to reconstruct it as best I can. Assuming Bryn is around. Now that she finished talking to her mother.
Yes,
Is-
this would be about the time she comes out.
I and Sal we're gonna kind of group and show her this and be like, hey, we need to go investigate this address, and we have reason to believe that your sister may have something to do with this.
He gives the eye. My mother had similar suspicions, but she had also told me to keep an eye on my brother as well, since he seems to be a target.
While you're here. So if you leave, obviously you can't, but while you're here, keep an eye on him. And Sal mentioned that he'd like to bring the paper pieces. He said talking about the sister's bow arrows are a good candidate for a murder weapon or a plant.
Sorry, can you repeat that last bit?
Sal said that the bow and arrow could be a good candidate for a murder weapon or a plant. Like planted evidence.
Hmm.
Oh.
True.
Okay. Sal says you can cast the alarm spell. Pin the murder on your family. So he knows if anyone enters the premises. But that's up to you, Bryn.
Yes, I would be very happy if you did that.
Okay. The kids' room will be alarmed. Got it.
Got it.
How long does that last?
I think like 8 hours or 12 hours.
Cast time a minute. 2 lodestones duration instantaneous.
Duration 8 hours.
Okay, thank you. Cool, no problem. You can rest here until nightfall, or you can investigate the other families.
I don't know if we have time.
It can make time to rest.
You'd be able to take a short rest before nightfall, not a long one.
Um, are there any preferences?
I say we truck forward.
All right then, I'm fine with that.
Sal.
Guruk, you've really enjoyed their garden.
I really enjoyed what?
Their garden.
I am.
As a ranger, it's really nice. They got some exotic plants over here.
I was literally about to ask, I was like, and where's Garuk?
Smelling flowers.
Would you have liked to have done anything while these guys were investigating and having a conversation?
This is enjoyable enough.
Okay.
Is Simmons doing anything specific?
He's also smelling flowers.
Gotcha. Okay.
He's
What's
very
Lipton do?
sensitive. That's what he just
Garuk
asked.
takes.
Simmons is Lipton.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, speaking of
you're
which,
fine.
did they react at all to Simmons' character? It be entering their house?
No, they know them. They might not be particularly happy with their major competitor entering the house, but I mean, High Inquisitor, no questions asked.
Ooh, do we have
Oh,
badges?
did
We
Garuk
do.
take a shit in their garden? I feel like that's a chaotic thing he would do.
Nah, me no.
No, he's eating bread in the garden. What are you talking about? He's the one that should fucking get drunk when he eats bread.
Meanwhile, 2 weeks from now, all their plants are flourishing, and they're like, "What kind of fertilizer do we use?"
Bread shit! So much fiber!
All the nitrogen in the soil.
Mm-hmm.
I'm causing this garden to flourish.
Gonna turn your roses blue.
Garuk, just an idea. Ask Fuzzy if your character can have auto brewery syndrome, okay?
Hmm.
Anyway,
Moving on. And this is why I smoke.
so Sal, are you cool with us moving on, or do you want to rest?
Okay. Are you going to investigate during the daytime before nightfall, or are you waiting until nightfall and then investigating? What's the plan?
My exhaustion?
Basically, everyone has one level of exhaustion.
Oh, I didn't.
Can I sleep it off?
I missed that. That changes everything.
It's only one level. It would have been 3 if you would have failed your save. He says disadvantage on investigation rolls will be a detriment. That is true. However, that letter that you had discussed could have been bugged, or the bug could have been active. You guys didn't hit high enough perception checks to verify. I'm not gonna only got one smoke left. Oh wait. So time could be of the essence. Also, Bryn's mother had a letter, which was not discussed. So there could have been another bug.
And I don't suppose you're going to give us an opportunity to go check that real quick.
Oh, absolutely. Bryn, I don't know if she told you about the letter or not.
No, she didn't. I didn't think about it. Okay. Also, my mother received a similar letter. I'm not sure if she checked it for bugs, so I think I was gonna bring it to you, to Sal. Did you get that?
He's typing.
Oh.
And he also
It
detect
is
magic.
another. It is another bug anchor.
Oh man. Can I give it like a quick read before going outside and burning it?
Sure thing. This one states in plain terms that unless the family cooperates, and authorities are not involved, then the life of the youngest child will be in danger. You can use Identify to learn a little bit more about it. It will tell you that it's poisoned. The Scry spell is in fact active, so they're watching. And that will allow you a unique reaction should you want to take it. You could try to Arcana this and overpower the Scry spell.
Can I give him guidance?
Yes, you may. Spell magic will also work. If you dispel the magic, the poison is still in place. That is correct. The poison is just straight up poison. It is not magical.
I don't suppose the divine health negates the poison, does it?
Nope. It's that protects you from disease.
Yeah.
Okay. Dispel magic's a third level spell. Yep. Okay. It immediately the scry immediately breaks.
Nice.
The poison is still intact.
All right, now that we're not being bugged, let's go ahead and get our rest in so they think we're coming right now.
All right.
Well, if they okay, you plant that poison.
Ooh.
All right. You guys are going to take a long rest, and considering it is kind of middle late afternoon, you'll wake up around, I'd say, 11 o'clock midnight. It is now dark out. I don't have this map as dark mode, so just imagine it's dark now. Knolls are quiet. You notice that Silk and Gilda are both absent.
You hear the howl of cannibal Shia LaBeouf in the moonlight.
Actual cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Aru. Sal's typing. Everyone can remove your level of exhaustion for taking your long rest. Should just be this time of night. We should let them know that they may be in danger or question them on their whereabouts during the attack. Well, Gilda is out on assignment, so her location is currently to be determined. But Silk could potentially be at her shop. She runs an apothecary / potion business in the city.
I will console Bryn for a moment and remind her that I did detect illusionary magic at the scene of the crime and maybe give her a little bit of rest in the potential chance that it is someone disguising themselves as her sister and planting weapons and notes in her room.
Okay. Brent, okay. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Right, and who's saying this real quick?
That was Abin.
Okay, my bad. Got it.
You're good.
Bren looks to Abin and says, "Hey, can I confide in you with something?"
Hmm.
So all of this mystery stuff is stressing me out, but it's not just that. It's also coming back here. In this place, I'm kind of afraid that I'll turn back into what I used to be when I lived here. I felt a lot more confident when I wasn't home.
Abin will look at you in disbelief, not confident. Grabs you by the shoulders. Bryn, you hit hard, and you don't take prisoners. You have all the confidence in the world.
She smiles and says, "Thank you."
I'm going to give you, when you two are within 30 feet of each other, an additional +1 to your attack rolls for the inspirational little speech.
Nice.
Nice.
Is that a permanent bonus? Did they get a force
Just for
spawn?
24 hours.
Okay.
Not forever, but
Temporary
for
force
right now.
spawn.
Yeah. Okay. Where would you like to head now that darkness has fallen?
I think Sal had something to ask Bryn here.
Oh, he asked if there's a chance your sisters may actually be involved in this.
I wouldn't put it past them.
You know that your sisters are pretty obsessed with power gains and succession. And even though they might not be able to succeed the family because of your youngest brother, that doesn't mean that they can't, change that. They've always been obsessed with the power struggle, which is one reason why you're not particularly close to either one of them.
Yeah.
Abin will look at this. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to read what he said.
Oh, I'll look over to Sal. Nod in agreement. Perhaps we should pick up some supplies for the investigation ahead of us. Maybe the apothecary would carry something that would be of use to us.
Excuse me. Okay. Sal's still typing.
Mm-hmm. And Abin does that specifically.
I'm alive. Sorry about that. Whew. So, where were we? Potion shopping. Did I lose y'all, or is it just quiet?
Sal.
Quiet.
Me and Sal are right on the same page here.
That's funny. That's funny. Sorry about that. The pen hit me real hard. So gonna go potion shopping. That's gonna take you over to here in Bread Village. Near Westgate. There we go. Just by saying pursuing your wares, don't mind me while talking to these famous people. So yeah, without issue, you enter the shop. Your sister is surprised to see you. What can I do for you, sister? Oh, yep, you're right. Hold on. Abden got on me about this last time. What can I do for you? Do you need some wares?
Is that specifically at Bryn?
It's at the group, but mostly Bryn.
Can you repeat the question? You kind of cut out on me
Oh,
for
do
some.
you need any wares?
Anywheres? Potions would be ideal.
Mm-hmm. We've got potions of healing. We have potions of invisibility. We have a little bit of everything. What are you looking for? She's in business mode now.
Potions of invisibility. Do you happen to have seen any looking persons buying potions of invisibility recently?
Most of the people that buy them are suspicious looking.
That's when Abin will chime in and be like, "Yeah, I'll take one too," with his
See?
fake mustache on and a
Case in point.
horrible fake voice.
Bryn just kind of looked at that point.
It's 150 gold.
And he'll also chime in and a dozen or a half dozen of those anti-poisons as well, please.
Sure thing. Oh, we have general antidotes.
Damn.
You're familiar, attempt to sneak in the background to investigate. Absolutely. You can. I'll give you advantage on the stealth roll because you have her distracted and it's tiny, for all intents and purposes.
Guidance.
Okay. So, Sal, go ahead and roll me a stealth check. Yeah, the antidotes, just general antidotes, which will remove the poison effect, will cost you 20 gold piece a pop. So if you want half a dozen, I'll give you all 6 for 100. Cut you a discount.
That'll be a deal.
I think I made your pet. I made Noodle. Do you not have access to his character sheet? No, I forgot to add him. Hold on. Who the hell are you? You're a Styrian. Sal. Massimo. That's who you are. Idea, Fuzzy, and Sal Massimo. There you go. There's Noodle's stats. You should have access to his character sheet now. And I'll give him proficiency on stealth because he's tiny. Do you see? There you go. 21 with advantage. So roll again. 21 it is. All right. So
Yeah.
25. That'll make a little bit of a difference. What are you looking for in the back? You find potion equipment, you find storehouses, you find some safe. You find a magic circle on the ground. Find a bunch of ice. You do find stuff to make wax seals, but you don't find any poison specifically. Circle with familiar's eyes. So yes, you can. Go ahead. Proficiency. Arcana. Sorry, I said proficiency. I meant Arcana. It is a summoning circle. It is a circle to protect the caster from outside forces during a summoning. Not too uncommon for wizards to have one. Imps and quasits are pretty popular familiars.
Nice tiara, by the way.
Thank you. It was a gift from one of my friends. It was the Tiara Fairy. It was basically one person started it up and they bought a tiara and sent it to one of our friends, and they said to pass it, like buy a tiara and send it to one of their friends, and it got around to me, and it's just like eight of us or so have fucking tiaras now from the Tiara Fairy visiting them.
That's awesome.
Can you try to see if there are invisible creatures in here? Absolutely, you may. Make me a perception check. And because your beastie has blind sight, I'm going to go ahead and say that there is a creature in here. It is tiny sized.
So no perception check required. I just know.
You just know in this particular case.
Okay, so like you said, imp and quasit. I think it's not too metagamey as a warlock to know that those are they love to go invisible.
Mm-hmm.
So that means not only is it invisible, it's invisible within 10 feet of my familiar.
That is correct. It's looking at your familiar. It's watching it.
My
As your
familiar
familiar just looks around.
But yeah, for one thing, so like I'm looking through my familiar's eyes, so I'm playing it cool. I know where it is, but I'm gonna like kind of like just scan past it like I don't see it. And then the familiar, in whatever chittering little draconic language it knows, goes, "This isn't the bathroom," and then goes back to where everyone else is.
Man, make me a performance check.
Great excuse. I love it.
Wait, should I have done that as the
It doesn't
the
matter.
familiar?
This
It's
is
fine. Not
the
bathroom.
bathrooms.
That's fucking funny because it's gonna work. All right, yeah. So you glean some information. You bring your familiar back without incident, and welcome back to us. Hello.
Yes. Sorry, I did attempt to leave one additional time, but I think he got
you're
worked
fine.
up the first time, so he was like more aware of when I tried leaving. This has
I'm
been
just gonna
kind
cast detect thoughts. And what save is that? Intelligence save. Okay. I'll be damned. It's gonna work. She's thinking, what is my sister and her party of fucking freaks doing here?
would. I don't want to step on his thing, but would I know that he's casting detect thoughts based off of?
You reading people's thoughts all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah. You have a shared mental link now. You can communicate telepathically. It's like that scene from it's like Wolf Thought from Twilight.
Then would any? I know I've kind of taken up a bit of time here, but would anyone mind if I did one additional thing?
Not coming through, Evan. We see you talking, but you're not.
I was muted.
Uh,
I'm good. Go ahead.
I'm just thinking. I know detect thoughts like lets you read surface level thoughts, but like you can kind of draw stuff up to the surface based on, drawing it out of people.
mhm.
Yeah,
So
that's
like
probably.
in my human disguise, I'll be like, wait, aren't you the Dragon Slayers? Can I get an autograph for my little brother? Oh, he loves you so much, and I'd be devastated if anything were to ever happen to him.
Abin will rip off his fake glasses, mustache, nose combo and be like, "How'd you know?"
And I'm hoping that by saying something about a
About
little
the little
brother being,
Well
would
played. I'm
like
gonna
it
give
would
you
bring
10 hero points for that.
Nice.
And
Um,
also, would you have to roll performance for the autograph to make it look awesome?
No, that. I'm not gonna make you roll to how good your name is. He just dabs with a knife and scrapes like
That's,
Monko.
that's exactly what I was going to say.
Um,
I'll get the autograph and be like, oh, thank you, this is so great. I'll go give it to him right away, and I'm gonna just wander outside and like,
Okay.
I'm just wandering out to seal the illusion. I'll
I
be
feel ya.
listening in.
But yeah,
On
with
his
that.
on his way out,
Okay, go ahead.
on Sal's way out, sensing the mental link, I'll give him a heads up to it and then cast invisibility on him.
That requires verbal somatic. You're going to be waving your hands and saying some gestures, so it's going to be pretty obvious if you do that.
Can I finger tut?
That is a meta magic called Subtle Spell, and no, you may not.
Ah,
So,
Also, I
make a note
believe
of
it's
that and try again.
I also believe it's a touch spell, so like you would have to like tap me on the shoulder as I walked away, and I'd basically just blink out of existence in front of her.
never mind it all then. He walks
Hey.
out.
No problem. With bringing up the little brother, you get anger and fear out of her because she is obviously concerned about her little brother, and she's angry. But you don't get who she's angry at, but that she is in fact angry at someone specific. That one's too deep. You'd have to make an a post arcana check to pry that out.
Is that on me?
Yes, if you want to do that.
Are you talking to me?
That will also let her know that you're reading her thoughts.
Mm,
Because at that point, you're basically Voldemorting into her brain.
nah, I won't risk it right now. I'll see what Bren's got in store for us if she has anything. But before I pass it off, I'll also ask her, and for a big guy with me, lots of armor, big old clanky shield, do you have any sort of potion that I could douse on myself that would make me less loud?
Less loud.
Yeah, 50 gold. It will
I'll
be
take.
an oil. It'll give you 3 uses. It will last for 10 minutes. It will negate the disadvantage of heavy armor.
What's your stock like?
You can pick up to 5 of them.
I'll take 5.
Okay, so that's 250 gold.
Hey, Crumb. Oh, you should have seen the sex joke that Mary gave earlier. It
Oil
was
of
beautiful.
unsqueaking.
The fact that you get it. Ha ha!
But he doesn't get
But
it.
I don't get it.
See, mine was a double-edged joke because you get it as in like understand the joke, but then also
then
get it
you
as
get
in
it
the
like
sex.
pussy.
And
Yeah.
I said he doesn't get it, as in he doesn't get sex.
I don't.
Ghost Rock, I will actually.
Well, good for
clue
you.
in
It's
on
probably going to be
something,
disappointing most of the time anyway.
The same fleshy substance found on the inside of your cheek is the same fleshy substance you'd find in someone's nether regions.
Okay, TMI, and I'm gonna mute myself now.
Huh,
Good
Lord.
job.
While he licks his own cheek.
Remember, it's always better to come in the sink than it is to sink in the cum.
Ugh.
Well, I mean, you don't speak for all of us.
Oh, Massimo, you
Glug
want to hear
glug,
one hot
motherfucker.
one? Massimo, you want to know one little hot tidbit?
About
so you know how
what
you're meeting-
specifically?
Well, you know how you're meeting with Ellen tomorrow?
Yes, I do.
Pretty much right out of there, she's going to a funeral. In fact, we all are.
Oh, shoot. Well, I will,
One of
Make
our
it-
techs, Tony, just died over the weekend.
Oh, gee.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So I shouldn't say anything along the lines of, so I hear you have some availability. I heard a position just opened.
Techs are literally dying to get in here.
No, they're dying to get out. That's a bad sign.
Well, what
Oh,
kind of tech? Are we
Jesus.
talking automotive tech or IT tech?
Neither, actually.
Med tech.
Ophthalmolic. Anyways, I didn't mean to come in here fuzzy. Actually,
no,
I was
you're
going to stay
fine.
silent until someone screamed my name. And then we started talking about how married and sex jokes. Which, good for you, Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So,
And
Bryn,
just
how are
remember,
you and your
pics or it
doing?
didn't happen. Sorry.
Fucking facts.
Moving on.
All right. Well, before we get started again, I'm gonna bow out. See you guys.
All right.
All
Have a
right.
good one.
Oh,
Okay,
because I fucking
bye.
show up? Alright, fuck you
Yeah,
too,
of
buddy.
course.
Now,
Well-
Keith. Oh,
So
You didn't even stay for the rebuttal or nothing. Like, you're just like, fuck you, I'm out. Yeah.
I'm good.
so we're still in the shop.
Yes,
potions
ma'am.
In the shop with that lady.
With your sister Silk.
Your sister.
Oh right, yeah.
That's why she's been quiet this whole time. It's like, why do I care about this?
We got like a flow situation from Finding Nemo.
Huh?
Bubbles.
Flow!
Yeah, I know. You can always talk to my sister Flo.
Hi, Flo. Don't listen to her, she's nuts.
That was a good cackle.
That was good.
That genuinely brought out the feeling of insanity. Bitches be tripping.
In mild direction, but we're not going to talk about why that happened.
Because crazy is fun. We all know that.
Fucking.
Until you have to worry about a knife, it's not exciting.
Hey, right.
Hey. Some depends, and that also depends on what you're into. Let's not start
Apparently
kink
knives.
shaming now.
No, actually, no. It's the knives that are into you.
God, I
There's
hope
some-
I'll
not.
shut up now.
There are some times when I scare myself with how crazy I can be.
Well, that's a good sign.
Honey, we've all got a crazy side. To quote Lewis Carroll from The Looking Glass, we're all mad here.
We're all
Also, to quote Lewis Carroll from The Looking Glass, the hurrier I go, the more behind her I get.
Or to quote Derpleton the giraffe, we're all new here.
I
Or
love
to
Derpleton.
quote Sir Darrell the Wise, Poop City.
Sir Darrell the Wise. And to quote Lipton the Great, for the Republic.
I feel like you know what to do now, Fuzzy.
Rip his dick and twist it?
No, Sir Darrell the Wise as an NPC.
Oh my god, yes.
Make him a paladin.
So many paladins.
Nah. No, I don't know. Or a monk, because he is wise.
This is true.
Make him a
That's true.
lizard. Make him a lizard folk monk who's flavored as an axolotl. Because in order to be wise, you must ask a lot of questions.
It works. I'm doing
I
with
love
it.
their little things. I dig it too.
By
They're
the way, this is
adorable.
what I always hope that our workshops will ever turn out to be, and they never are.
So, Bryn, did you have any questions for your sister? Did you have any potions you wanted to buy? Did you want to bring anything up? Did you have questions?
Hmm. Let's see for my. Wish I had thought ahead.
Murderer says what?
Performance check.
So still, have you seen Gilda anywhere?
With detect thoughts up, you get flashes of anger. And you hear her say, No, I haven't. But with detect thoughts, you know that she's lying.
The question of,
Has she seen Gilda?
oh, okay. Standing there near Bryn, I would like to give her 2 taps as no on the back of her shoulder.
Knowing that Silk, Ray took a deep breath, trying to muster up courage to speak against her sister. Said, "Are you sure you don't want to answer that question one more time?"
Make me an intimidation check. Straight roll. I would give
Oh.
you disadvantage because it's your sister, but because of the inspiring speech from Abin and your excellent roleplay, little flash in the pan there, give it to me with a straight roll instead of disadvantage. Hot damn, let's see what she's got. Not gonna do it. So yeah, she is actually, you see her balk. She does, she's never expected you to speak up to her like that, and with a cold aggression, might I add. Almost reminiscent of the frosty Lenorm that you slaughtered. A cold confidence, and she replies, Fine, I'll tell you. Yes, I've seen her. She's in the city. I don't know where. I don't know what she's doing, but I know it's bad. And I'm trying to figure it out and stop her. She's telling the truth.
Okay.
Quick question, Mr. Fuzzy.
Yes.
Having that brief mental link, or I'm not sure if it's brief or if it's still ongoing.
10
somewhat
minutes, or
mental
concentration up to 10 minutes, I think, so you're good.
mental link with Sal.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible for me to know any of the information of what he saw in the back room?
If he shares it with you mentally, yes.
I would like to ask Sal mentally what he saw in the back room.
Endless doors. Endless doors and yellow paper, wallpaper. I'm just kidding. No one got my back rooms
I was gonna
reference?
say, is
Yes,
somebody
yes, I got
reading
the
my
back rooms.
mind?
I got the
I was
back rooms reference.
I was about to say, oh, did somebody no clip into the back rooms? But I was on mute.
Oh, you're
I
fine.
caught you.
I thought somebody was reading my mind because we long agreed that that's what's going on in Knox head.
A slide that leads to nowhere and everywhere all at once.
Sounds like sigil. Anyway.
But yes, I do. I do give that information. Sorry, I said that, but I was muted.
Okay.
No, you're fine. So yeah,
Sorry.
you get all the same information he got.
Yep, not relevant quite yet, but just wanted to make sure I had it.
Mm-hmm.
My apologies, Bryn. Please continue.
Bryn says, "Thank you." She quickly gets out of the store. It's out of the store and out of sight from Silk. Kind of drops to her knees and just lets out a deep breath, like, "Huh."
All right.
So how long has your sister been dealing with imps, or was it an imp or a quasit that we saw?
It was an imp.
How long has your sister been cavorting with devils?
She always had a fascination with the demonic. I never knew why either. She's been very secretive about her little projects.
We're going to call it a quasi since she said demonic.
Oh, I thought imps were fiends as well.
They are, but imps are devils. Quasis are
Oh,
demons.
okay. Okay. Right, there's a difference.
Yep. One's chaotic evil, one's lawful evil. So, minor retcon. But go ahead.
Alright, well, it sounds as if she is on the level with us, so to speak. Now I suppose that the next best lead would be to see where your other sister may be hiding in this city.
Yes. And I'm kind of dreading.
You're kind of what?
I'm kind of dreading it.
Well, you know your sister's in the city. You know that she's supposedly out on assignment, so she shouldn't be here. You don't know where she is. What are your plans? This is a very large city, so just trying to generally hunt her down is not quite going to fly here.
What should they do?
While they're working on that, Fuzzy,
Mm-hmm.
Bryn, Sal, if y'all don't mind.
Go for it.
After Bryn left and I am alone with Sister, I would like to address her in Abyssal, assuming she knows it, with her
Mm-hmm.
association with the nastiness in her back room. Tell her that I need to know everything that she knows in regards to her other sister. What was her name?
Gilda.
Gilda, correct. And
Gross. I
then
know about my room.
use my second level cleric channel divinity compel truth.
Oh shit. Okay. What
I
kind of save
cast
does she need to
Zone of Truth.
make? I love that podcast.
I know, right?
What's can you post it? Post it. Beep, 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 beep. Put
I
it in chat.
don't have it on my character sheet to post. I can't figure out if I put it there or not. I can't find it. But
It's
it's
not
starting at
under
second
channel
level.
divinity.
I may have put it there. Give me 1 second here. Because I've got like 3 different channel divinity options aside from that. No, I'll just have to read it
Okay,
out
just
loud.
read
Here.
it for me.
Starting at second level, you can use your channeled ability to compel others to reveal their secrets. As an action, you create a magical zone of truth 15 feet around you where others have difficulty lying. The magical zone does not affect you. This effect 10 minutes. Until the effect ends, a creature that enters the spell's area for the first time on a turn starts its turn. There must make a charisma saving throw. On a failed save, creature can't speak a deliberate lie in the radius. You know whether each creature succeeds or fails on a saving throw. It's compelled truth, or it's
Zone of truth.
zone of truth.
Okay, what DC do I need to make?
I'm assuming that is my spell save DC,
Yep.
correct? Which is 16.
Okay.
Charisma.
Ooh, she's gonna fail. You know she fails. Okay.
Where is she now?
I don't know.
What are her goals?
Power.
Is she involved in the murder that happened in the square?
Maybe.
What makes you think otherwise?
I don't want to believe it.
So simply because she is family, you have doubts.
I know she's into something bad. I don't know what.
And about the circle and the still speaking to her in Abyssal
Hmm.
and the pet you have in your back room. What are they for?
They're my familiar.
Odd choice of familiar for a lovely young lady like yourself.
It's interesting and powerful and funny.
And what is the circle for?
Summoning demons. Or devils. Or celestials. Whatever I desire.
Do you share these powers with your sister?
Some things have gone missing. It could be her.
Suffice to say that there may be a possibility that she is inexperienced.
Inexperienced?
In summoning.
Yes.
I'll clear the zone of truth, thank her,
Okay.
and tip her 20 gold.
Get out of my shop. I'm going to retcon real quick before this happens. Garuk, is there any potions or any stocking up you wanted to do? Did you want to address this woman in any way? Unfrozen?
What? Okay.
Yeah, did you want to address this woman in any way? Did you want to buy any potions? Do you want to stock up on anything?
Ooh. Ah. Ooh, you know what? How many potions of health does she have in stock? Or anything
She's
that would
got
accomplish a similar?
10 level 1, 10 regular potions. She's got 5 greater and 2 superior.
You know what? I want to buy both superiors.
Okay, they're 1,000 gold a pop.
Ooh. How much does that heal?
Excuse me. Fuck, I don't remember off the top of my head. I think it's 3d4 or 3d4 plus 4, I think. Maybe it's
Uh,
44. No, that's supreme.
yeah, sure, why not?
Okay.
And then 2 superior health potions.
Oh, and before the your zone of truth ends, she also mentions that she's been wearing this necklace recently.
It's a very nice necklace.
No, not her. Oh, this is to Abin. A guild has been wearing a necklace recently.
I'm assuming that she doesn't recognize it.
No.
All right. I will approach Bryn, Sal, and Garuk and Simmons outside after that is done and more or less just transfer the information and my suspicions, my current or Abin's current suspicions that she may be under the influence of a devilish or fiendish entity.
Okay.
From as near as we can
Oh.
tell from this, from as near as we can tell with this meeting, it sounds as if this particular sister might not be the one we need to focus on at the moment, though her predilections towards secrecy could be concerning in the future. I certainly don't want to hold anything against her just because of the friends she keeps.
Oh, absolutely not. And Bryn, I have paid your sister well as a form of apology. Whether or not she took it that way is to be determined, but to you, if she happens to mention it in the future, I do apologize for how I have treated her. I only
Thank you.
thought it necessary to further the investigation.
Thank you for being so considerate. I understand that my family is a difficult one to deal with sometimes.
All right, where to next? It is
Can I go?
about 1 in the morning.
Sorry, can I go off topic real quick?
Sure, what's up?
So earlier I went on mute because I heard my cousin screaming from in the living room. I went to go see if she was okay. You know why she screamed?
Coco Melon.
She was fangirling over the Onceler.
The what now?
Excuse the fuck out of you, what?
How bad could he possibly be?
She's
The
a fan.
Onceler, the guy from the
Danny.
Lorax movie.
Yep.
Yes.
The Danny DeVito one, not the original.
I don't know anything about it, but God bless Danny DeVito. I love that man.
Oh, he's a national treasure.
But she was simping over the guy voiced by Ed Helms.
Jesus Christ.
Listen, with the whole murder mystery thing going on, you said you heard a scream in the living room for your cousin, and I was just like, Bryn's gotta go, I guess.
Dun 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 dun.
And it was when she was watching How Bad Can I Be? The song from that movie.
Called it.
I'm concerned.
You should be.
Just
her taste in movies is quite poor.
Now, you know, she was screaming over Danny DeVito. I get that. Makes sense to me. I understand it. Been there myself. But,
Yep.
like, the other guy? Nah.
Like, seriously, Danny DeVito is so
Yo,
handy.
Danny DeVito drips sexy. And just
I
drips.
want to be pure.
He's just a moist man.
I'm the
That sounds
trash
like a
man.
medical issue.
I'm the trash man.
Trash
run
man.
around the ring
Eating
eating garbage.
like a trash everywhere.
I don't know how many years I've got left, but I'm
Fucking
gonna get
sexy.
weird with it.
Is anyone in this group like old enough to remember him in Taxi?
Yes.
I don't know if I've
Very,
ever
very
seen
vaguely.
Taxi.
Very
My
vaguely.
My first
I only
ex-
watched it like once.
my
I used
first
to-
Anybody remember like how put together he was when he was both in and directing Matilda, and then you
Yeah.
just watch the latest season of It's
Yes.
Always Sunny, and then you just go, "What the fuck happened
Holy
to this man?"
shit. Yes. I completely forgot
That's a good
about the
point.
fact that he was in Matilda.
Dude, so not only that, but so Danny
Oh my
DeVito, so the
God.
girl that played Matilda, her mother was dying like in the middle of production, and so he actually held a private screening for Matilda's mom so she could see the movie before she died, because
Oh,
that's what a
that's
fucking treasure that man is.
And basically let Mara Wilson, the actress, live with him and his wife, who was also in the
Yeah.
movie, throughout the basically they were like a second family to her.
Yeah, I'm not gay, but I'd suck Danny DeVito off.
I want to be pure.
I want to be pure.
gotta have that DeVito dick.
I'm the DeVito dick.
Danny Dick Vito.
Damn. No, but seriously, I completely forgot that he was in Matilda. That's how different.
So just remember that. So he was a star, and he directed that movie. And I want to say he also like produced and wrote. And then like you immediately like hard cut to like him playing like a 16-year-old version of himself at Shit Dynasties. Like Danny DeVito is a weird fucking individual, man.
Yes, he is.
Oh shit, you look a day over 16 and his like looking a 70-year-old man in the toupee.
Like Dan, more like Dino, am I right?
The whole Shit Dynasties
Yeah, the
episode.
boys' hole.
Didn't they pull that from the air?
Oh,
There's been a couple
shady
of Always Sunny
nasty.
that have been pulled at this point now. Shitty nasties. It's Shit Dynasties. Can't you fucking read?
Okay, let's reel this back in and get back to D&D.
Shitty nasties.
Danny in
Do you want to
DeVito.
choose a life with me or drugs? Drugs! I choose drugs!
Amazing.
All right, so Garuk, we've had a little bit of a laugh, and you've had some time to think. Is there? Oh, you're muted. Well, we'll come back to that. We'll just put a pin in if he wants to buy some potions.
Ring, ring. It's
He's
Bill
calling the shit
Buttlicker.
Shitty nasties.
All right, so where did you want to head now? It is about 1 in the morning. Silk has headed home. You have 3 more houses that you could check out if you needed more information. You have an address on Ash Street that seems to be haunted.
I was gonna say, I think we should check out the address. I mean, despite the fact that we live in a magical world where literally hauntings are absolutely possible, I don't think that that should be as scary to us in character as that would seem in real life.
Okay, listen, we're doing
Listen,
a murder
it's-
mystery with a haunted house. We've already
just
made
a-
the mystery. We've already made the
It's
Mystery
first-
Inc. joke.
I was saying, literally, that's where I was going to go with them. Like, how fucking far away are you guys from Scooby Doo at this point? Like I was saying,
Ooh.
it's always the dude that introduces the villain. Like, it's always like the guy that's taking you on the tour of the place. That's the motherfucker. Just bag him and tag him right there. Boom.
We need to establish our roles, though.
So what you're saying is it's Fuzzy. Fuzzy's his killer.
I mean, technically, yes.
Well, I'm Shaggy. We all know that.
I think I'm currently Velma, honestly.
Chinkies.
But I'm willing to rip the head off of a ghost.
Grab his dick and twist it.
So I would like to be Daphne then.
So you want
I
to
was
get
to
tied
say
up?
it.
So you want to get tied up before the end of this? Gotcha.
And Bryn is definitely Fred because Bryn fucks.
Boom. Fuzzy's losing it over there. You're on mute.
That's beautiful. I'm going to give everyone 20 hero points for it.
Fuzzy, could you put that on my character sheet, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
So I've brought you
So-
all to Ash Round. You guys can drag your character sheet, character tokens, and drop them off over here on the left-hand side, as that is the side you enter from.
Okay. I forgot. How do you drag the tokens?
You open up the.
Left click the name and drag it.
Okay.
So not the token itself, like the picture, but left click your name and drag it.
Yeah, got it. Why are you guys in the middle of the ocean?
I don't know, he said to the left side.
Where are we?
What did I miss? What happened? Who died?
The town crier. Yeah, over here.
Bryn is Fred because she fucks. That is what we
Yeah.
decided. Yes.
Bryn. I would say stuff for knock, but I can't.
Then you should.
Yeah, we put the scry, not the scry stone. Yeah, the scry stone. We put it
Sending
on do not
stone.
disturb. Yeah, we put the sending stone on do not disturb.
I don't think I'm in on the joke. I don't really get it.
I have no idea.
So the sending stone is basically a phone. You could easily telephone for a friend right now. Problem is, they put it on do not disturb. I don't know how they pulled that off, but they did.
They just shoved it in their ass.
Okay, so who's the
I
one
am
who
telling-
keistered it?
Titus.
All right. So I brought you all to Ash Round. This is the area in which the house has supposedly been haunted. The town is very poorly lit despite all the light on the map. The streets are silent, except for the occasional scream coming from somewhere off in the distance.
What kind of scream?
A scream of pain.
Okay.
Oh, I was going to say the yelling kind.
Alright. As you make your way through the town, the screams grow louder, and everyone needs to make me a perception check.
Okay.
Is this a visual perception?
Yes.
I believe my robe of eyes.
Oh, come on.
Oof.
Damn.
Yep. I get advantage on that then.
They were in the living room last night.
I would like to guidance. But
Nice.
never mind.
Hold
I
on.
won't bother.
Back in 1 second.
Okay. Sal, you definitely see someone. This guy. As you round the streets, you see this guy and this alleyway. So I'll move you over to here.
Oh, where'd it go?
Down
move
to
the
the
map.
right.
Yep, I found us.
You see this gentleman, I'll say, sneaking down the road, despite his obvious attempts to be sneaky.
And what about the scream we heard? Is that what we were investigating, or?
It's coming from farther into the city. You've triangulated enough to know that it's coming from this direction, where I figure out how this works again. Measure, that's what it is. Snap to center. It's coming from this direction.
So basically, what got my attention is that he's obviously trying to be sneaky.
Yes.
Hold on. Are you talking to me? Okay. Sorry, my wife is commenting on what I'm talking about, but I have headphones on, so I can't hear what she's saying.
Hello, wife.
They say hello. Alright. So, I will draw the attention of my party to Sneaky McSneakerson over there. I'm like, that person seems suspicious. And he's heading in the direction of the scream that we heard. Which good news, he probably isn't causing the screaming. Bad news, anyone sneaking around at this time of night makes me nervous.
I need you all to make stealth checks.
Okay. Oh my god. Right.
Fuzzy, can I say I've used one of my squeakiness non-squeakerton
Yeah, I'll allow that.
or one use of it?
hmm
I'm going to use some borrowed knowledge to get proficiency.
God damn it. It doesn't matter.
Upon hearing clank, 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 this dude drinks something, disappears from sight, and runs the fuck off.
Dang it.
Karuk, your pet has invisible sea, right?
I don't believe so, but
My Noodle does have blind sight, but blind
Or
sense,
Assyrian,
but
yeah.
only up till about 10 feet. That
oh wait, they're
gentleman.
Oh, I thought you were asking if they were invisible. Yeah, that I don't
Oh,
know.
actually, hold
but
on.
them being
Wait, actually,
dragons,
I can
they
see invisible
definitely.
creatures. I can see invisible creatures.
Oh shit! You've got devil sight?
No, well,
Or
devil's sight,
whatever it
yes, but
is?
that the robe of eyes. The robe of eyes.
Oh, fuck. Okay,
He
then
turns
you...
invisible. He turns invisible, and I'm just like, follow me, and I chase him.
Okay. In that case, we're going to have a skill check. Or a skill challenge for everybody. Everyone's going to roll initiative. Except for Sal. Sal's going to go first, because he's the one that can see, and he's going to start us off. Did you click your token first?
I did not. Hold on.
Do you need me to click initiative just to get me on the board?
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll just do
I have
that.
advantage to initiative.
And
I
initiative.
guess you do, Evan.
And
It
then you
doesn't
can do whatever
matter.
you need.
Nice. Oh, I had already cleared this. Why did this show up?
I have dark vision, but that doesn't, like, the robe gives me dark vision out to 120 feet, but that doesn't matter so much because of devil's sight. The perception check advantage on checks that rely on sight. I can see invisible creatures and into the ethereal plane up to 120 feet.
Jesus Christ, man.
Crap.
I mean, it's a wondrous item that I got from a loot roll. So
Hell yeah. That's badass.
and I got a rune to make it, like, normally light-based spells would blind me, but I got the rune from Nock to mitigate that, so it doesn't happen anymore. So it's all advantage all the time, baby.
Brought to you
And-
by the Shadowsmith. Ethically
Abin-
sourced firearms and Black Ops arms.
Don't you mean brought to you by the Stony Lion?
Abin, knowing that
Hey man, I
he gave
made that
party
rune, not
away,
the Sunny
is
Lion.
gonna sigh with some relief knowing that Sal's got this.
Okay, Sal. I'm going to start off with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to make this a 15. And then descending. There we go. So do you know how skill challenges work? Or do you remember how skill challenges work?
Refresh my memory, please.
Okay. You are going to be able to use one of your abilities from your skill list to do something cool. To try to track down or chase down or hunt down or stop what's his fuck McGee, the MacGuffin. The person behind you in initiative cannot use the same skill as you do, and you cannot use the same skill 2 turns in a row. So you will also have to use a different skill than the one you use this turn, in addition to not being able to use the same skill as the person before you.
Okay. Well then, all right. Well then, I am just going to start off, and I still have proficiency in stealth because that spell that I cast lasts up to an hour. But I'm not going to use my stealth for this. I am just going to use persuasion, and you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to be like, hold on, I'm just an old man who wants to talk to you. So we think something might be wrong, but oh no, I fell. And I pretend to stumble, and I'm going to use persuasion to, like, help an old man.
Oh, okay.
My persuasion is 10, by the way.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So that's going to be one success. The commotion does cause him to stutter and stop for a minute, which allows you to inch closer to him. So I'm just going to use you as party for now.
Can I say like I moved closer so I'm not like there we go. So that
Yep.
I'm not like behind the line. Also,
Okay.
so I can see him. How close am I to him?
You are.
You might want to just put him back on the board.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Sorry, I keep ruining your plans, buddy.
It's D&D, bud. That's what it's about. Token. That's where he's at.
My wife is calling me a ruiner.
Yeah, well, I mean, well played.
If the shoe fits.
Yep. All right. Next in the initiative order is Garuk. So you cannot use the persuasion skill, but you can use any of your other skills to try to slow this dude down, catch up to him, stop him, whatever. Do something cool, and we'll figure out what skill to use.
Ooh, so we're trying to stop him.
He is currently invisible. Only Sal can see him.
But I can telepathically like. I just put like a Sims style
that's
green.
right. Ding.
Are we what? I'm sorry, I was a little zonked out at the minute.
You
Are
all
we
gain
inside
a
of the
hood.
building?
No, you're all are outside. This is the city streets. This is the section of Ash Round, where you specifically got that note to avoid earlier this day.
Is there anything in the street that I could potentially shoot at as to make like a barricade?
Sure.
Like a big sign or a wagon.
I'll say you can shoot a couple of barrels and create like some obstacles for him.
Okay.
What skill are you thinking about using? Athletics, maybe?
Ooh, I think sleight of hand, I gotta make it quick, right?
Alright. Alright.
So...
Yeah. Okay, that's going to be a second success. Nice. You need to get to 5 successes before you get to 2 failures. Abin, you're up. There's now been a little barricade set up with broken barrels. You have a hood, a heads-up display with a little green icon, Sim style, above dude's head.
Oh, okay. In that case,
you can't use sleight of hand.
how far can I get in here? That's not what I want. I want this. Okay, so I can pretty much get up there in there with them. In a way that I can see him. And oh, I forgot I can't cast spells, right?
Nope. Skill check.
Dumb on me, not dumb on the game. Love skill checks. Can I make a deception check? Has that been done yet?
Has not. How are you going to deceive him?
Where'd it go, guys?
Okay, make him think that you lost him.
Yeah, I want him to be very comfortable in where he's at and think he's being sneaky.
Okay. That is going to be a fail.
Man.
Unfortunate.
Can I apply guidance here?
No. Yeah. Go for it.
Come on, give me a 4.
Not enough.
Dang it.
All right.
He's not buying it.
Nope.
Do you want me to do Lipton's turn?
Down there. Yeah. He should be next. I don't know why it's showing Bryn before him.
Hmm.
I don't even see Bryn on my turn order.
Really? Weird.
Yeah.
Did you click your character
She
icon?
did. It's there for me.
It was on it was a 5.
You actually got a 6.
Oh, well, the first one was a 6, but
Yeah.
then I clicked the character and it came up as a 5.
Yeah. Well, Simmons has a
Yeah.
10. So, if you'd like to go ahead and take Lipton's turn, do you need access to his character sheet?
No, I've got him up.
Okay.
Athletics.
Yep. How are you doing it?
I don't remember a whole lot about Lipton personally, but he's pretty athletic, so I'd like to say that he's probably just booking it after him, jumping over, the stuff in the street, trying to get caught up as well as he can.
That's fair.
But guys, after this skill thing, I think I might go.
Okay.
Is that
It won't be long before I was planning the end of the session anyway, so that'll be a pass. And on that note, you're up.
me?
Yes, ma'am.
Alrighty. So I can pick any that has a bit.
Besides athletics.
Oh, come on. That's one of my better ones. Then let's see. What's my best one? The next best one I have is history.
I mean, this is the town you're from.
I was gonna say you could use your knowledge of the back streets and back roads to cut through like yards and shit instead of running along city streets. That could be a history check.
Yeah.
You know of a shortcut.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she do. That's a pass. That's 4 passes and 1 fail. Salvatore, it's all down to this.
Okay.
Can't use history, can't use persuasion.
I would like to use investigation to get an idea of where he's going, like kind of just scan the surroundings, like do like the math in my head and goes, I see, and then like try and get ahead of him.
Sure thing.
So that'll be investigation. I do not have advantage on that. Come on.
Ooh, that is a fail. He is going to get away. Tragic, but that doesn't mean you can't track him down.
Hold on. Can I use my guidance on that?
Yes, you may. Not enough.
Okay, worth a shot.
Do you have luck?
I do not, however, 1 second. I do have an inspiration.
And I
Okay.
got into guidance.
So let me inspiration that with guidance again. So investigation with guidance.
That'll do.
Oh, there we go. I'll take away
Okay.
my inspiration.
And with that, he seemingly escapes, but you're able to follow him until you realize where he was going, which is a house in the middle of Ash Round, which I'll take you to briefly.
Can I flavor it real quick?
Go ahead.
Like he finally runs away. He no longer sees us. He drops the invisibility. He's like a camera view from the street, looking up at him, and he's kind of panting and looking around. And as he like walks into the building, like you can see like a silhouette on the rooftop, looking down at him. Batman animated series style.
Nice. You follow him here, where you see a broken down house where the screams seem to be coming from full of cultists or some form of people wearing robes. We're just going to call them cultists because that's what I titled them. And that's where we will call it for this session.
All right.
All right.
Yay!
Thank you all
I'm
for.
having a lot of fun with this.
Good, I'm glad.
Kind of nice that it's a smaller one too, so we can actually get through our rolls fairly quick.
Mm-hmm.
And thank you all for your patience with me tonight.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh, it's all good,
Life
buddy.
happens.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm glad you're here.